engagements, be it with leadership in the US, UAE, Israel, France, and most recently, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Here, I would like to, there's no way I can do justice but to add a few words that the Prime Minister has for all of us. A transformational initiative, the IMEC corridor is reviving a trade route that connected civilizations and became the harbinger of flourishing trade and commerce, resulting in shared prosperity for the entire region. With the strengthening of these pathways, ancient partners will find newer ways of cooperation and collaboration. As the corridor becomes a reality, it will unfold a futuristic blueprint for connectivity, commerce, and culture. He adds, a first is always a special and memorable occasion. I am confident this is the beginning of the development of an important platform that boosts progress across the region. Finally, I'd like to take this opportunity to make one final remark, that it is this kind of deliberate, purposeful, and encouraging leadership from both the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, the Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji, that motivates and inspires us to walk that extra mile, take that extra step, break that extra barrier. For this and much more, sir, we remain deeply grateful. Thank you once again for your leadership. And with this note, I welcome you once again very warmly. Thank you, sir.
Thanks so much, Priyam. And now, no more waiting. It is now my honor to introduce our chief guest for the summit, Honorable Shri Devendra Fadnavis, Chief Minister of Maharashtra, a visionary leader driving infrastructure transformation and port modernization across the state of Maharashtra. To speak with him is none other than Ms. Shireen Bhan, all of us know her, Managing Editor of CNBC TV 18 and one of India's most respected business journalists. I welcome both of you on stage, please. Thank you, sir. Over to you, Shireen.
Thank you very much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's wonderful to be here in Mumbai in conversation with the Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis. I've always had conversations with him that have elicited headlines, so I'm hoping that we will be able to do the same. I had the good fortune of being at the G20 summit in New Delhi, which is where the idea of the India-Middle East European corridor was first announced in the presence of the Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi. A lot has changed since the G20 summit. We are currently in a state of flux and volatility globally, where there is a global reset that is currently underway. But the hope is, and the belief is that what is being touted as a game-changing idea will be a reality with all parties on board, with all stakeholders on board, ensuring that it does in fact fructify. But to talk about Maharashtra's aspirations of being the gateway to the India-Middle East European corridor, let me address that question with you, Mr. Fadnavis. You have grand plans of positioning Maharashtra as an infrastructure hub. You know, it's been called the gateway to India, but as part of the IMEC, how do you position yourself? What are you factoring in as some of the things that you could potentially do to your current plans to envisage a future that includes the IMEC?
Yeah, thank you. First of all, let me welcome everybody to this beautiful city of Mumbai, which is financial, commercial, and entertainment capital of India. And I think Mumbai and Maharashtra has to play a pivotal role in the IMEC corridor, because I think we will be creating an ecosystem which will support this entire idea. And when we talk about our plans to become a $1 trillion economy, I think we are working in several ways. If you can look at our infra push, which we have given in last few years, I think you have seen change Mumbai, and also the entire Maharashtra feels connected now. And I think when we look at the opportunities through IMAC, I think we have a great opportunity to become the logistics capital. We can move a lot of logistics from Mumbai. We actually are looking at advanced manufacturing. We are looking at agri-tech. We are looking at fintech. Of course, Mumbai is a fintech capital. So I think the clean energy push, the green manufacturing, all these areas I think are very important for us, because they will not only play a major role in making us a $1 trillion economy, but they will be also the drivers of the IMAC corridor.
Well, speaking of the drivers for growth and urbanization, infrastructure development, connectivity, as you outlined, are some of the key areas that the government is focusing on. For the benefit of our audience here in the room, as well as for those who are watching on TV and online, Mr. Fadnavis, what is the aspiration in terms of infrastructure development? Is there a number that you're working with that over the next 5 years, this is potentially what you would like to invest as far as infrastructure is concerned, to ensure that you can realize the many dreams that you've spoken of?
Absolutely. You see, between 2014 and 2019, we invested somewhere around $30 billion in creating infrastructure. You can see the coastal road, you can see the Atal Setu, you can also see the Samruddhi Highway. There are many iconic projects, the new Mumbai airport, many iconic projects which we built during this tenure. Now we want to do more. So recently, we have tied up with Indian financial institutions to raise a sum of around $50 billion, and in next 3 to 4 months, we'll be tying up with foreign investors to invest into $50 billion more. So there will be a huge push on infrastructure side. We are building a lot of access control roads, airports, ports. Now, you know that the new Mumbai airport will be ready very soon. Now we are building a new airport in Pune. We are also building one more airport in Vadhavan, which will be the third airport of Mumbai. We are actually building a new airport terminal in Shirdi. We are building a brownfield airport in Nagpur. So across Maharashtra, we are building airports. We are building roads. We have already built Samruddhi Highway. Likewise, now we are building one more highway, which is Shaktipit Highway. This will connect Nagpur. It will be from Nagpur to Goa, and it will actually connect the entire, that area of Maharashtra, which is up till now a little backward, to all the major centers of business. And this will actually transform our economy. And we are also actually building a lot of river connecting connectivity projects. So actually, if you look at Marathwada area, which is water stressed, in that area, now we are building a river linkage project by which we'll be bringing 50 TMC water, the water which flows from west flowing rivers, which directly flows into the sea. That entire water will be brought to Marathwada and will make Marathwada drought free. Again, one more project which we are doing is more about urban floods. So we usually every year we have a lot of floods in the area of Kolhapur and Sangli. This entire water we are bringing through diversion canals to Ujni and to Marathwada. So there are huge projects around water. There are huge projects around infrastructure, roads, ports, airports. Again, you know that we are building Vadhavan, which is, Vadhavan is a game changer port. And you see, today, the biggest port of India is the JNPT port. It accounts for 60 to 65% of the container traffic. And this Vadhavan port is 3 times bigger than JNPT. And actually, on its day one, it will be amongst first 10 ports of world. So this port is going to change the entire way we conduct the business. And we are also integrating entire Maharashtra with this port, because with the Samruddhi highway, we have actually brought 15 our districts connected to the JNPT port. So the port-led development is now actually expanding beyond Mumbai, Pune or Nasik to 15 new destinations. And now from Samruddhi, we are creating an access control road which is just 100 kilometers to this new Vadhavan port. So from Nasik to Vadhavan, a new road will be created, and that will actually connect at least 17 districts to Vadhavan port. And that will make, this port-led development expand to 17 districts of Maharashtra. So see that we are actually getting us ready for this corridor, so that, once all the signatory countries, they work together and they create this corridor, Maharashtra will be the future-ready state. It will be ready to use this corridor.
Well, future-ready, as and when the IMEC does come together. But, if I could just continue on what you talked about, the port-led development, which, of course, is going to be a big part of this reality as and when it does take shape, Mr. Fadnavis. One of the challenges when we talk about doing business in India is the ease of doing business. The other is, of course, the cost of doing business. What will this mean? Logistics cost is a big cost as far as the cost of doing business is concerned. In your view, with the measures that you've outlined, A, if you can leave us with timelines by when you believe the measures that you've just spoken about will in fact be a reality, what could it mean in terms of the cost of doing business?
Yep, you're absolutely right, because EODB and CODB are two things which actually keeps you ahead. And we have been working on it for a long time. I mean, if you look at, ease of doing business initiatives taken by the state of Maharashtra during my first tenure, I think even the World Bank has recognized it, and the government of Singapore, which published one of its publication around ease of doing business in India, and they have put Maharashtra at #1 in 2019. So I think that has always been our focus of achieving seamless business in entire business arena. Now we have also created a legislation around that, our Maitri portal, which is one-stop shop for all businesses, to do the business seamlessly. So we actually have created a single window system by which anybody can access it, and this is real single window, because I always say that many times there is a single window. When you enter, there are several doors which you have to knock. This is not like that. This is a real single window whereby actually end-to-end all things are connected, and we give the services totally from scratch to everything we are giving under this Maitri portal. Having said that, I think you're absolutely right that cost of logistics is something which is bothering businesses a lot, and that is why we are creating infrastructure and seamless movement of goods. See, now if you look at the movement of goods, or if you look at the JNPT port, from let's say Nagpur, it used to take 7 to 8 days for goods to reach JNPT port. Now it takes 8 hours. So with this, our connectivity push, once the Vadhavan is ready, and as per timelines, I think in next 3 to 4 years, we'll start the operations of Vadhavan. And once Vadhavan is ready, I think that will have huge impact on logistics, because today JNPT port is so jammed because it's the only big port which is handling on this side. And turnaround time, although it's a very efficient port, but still turnaround time is high. But once Vadhavan is there, then I think the turnaround time will be very less, and that will actually lessen the logistics cost. I think around that, if you look at the Pune airport, which we are actually creating, this is not just an airport, but it's also, we are creating a huge cargo handling facility at Pune, because, Pune is our manufacturing hub.
Yes.
And the entire manufacturing is done in and around Pune. So we are actually doing a cargo hub there. Our cargo hub will also be, one cargo hub will be created in Nagpur. We are doing it. And our new business magnet is now Sambhajinagar, where, the entire EV revolution has translated into action in Sambhajinagar. So you name it and they are there in EV. And they are also actually the connectivity to the Vadhavan port and the connectivity to the JNPT port is just 7 to 8 hours because of Samruddhi and because of the new corridor which we are creating. So I think a lot of things which we are doing will be adding up to, lowering the logistics cost. And when we started creating this Vadhavan port, I actually appealed to Honorable Prime Minister and I requested him that we are creating a port, we are actually doing, a lot of reclamation there. So around the world, most of the efficient airports are reclaimed airports. So why shouldn't we build a new airport at Vadhavan? And he immediately agreed. And we are now also building one airport. So you see, a port and an airport together, that will create a huge ecosystem for businesses, and especially those who are into import and export, all those manufacturing which required a lot of export or a lot of import of the components, they will have an entire ecosystem created there for the manufacturing.
Well, speaking of creating ecosystems, and again, I just want to recap some of the big takeaways that have come in from the Chief Minister already. Almost $100 billion in terms of financing is what the Maharashtra government is hoping to do to aid infrastructure development. You've given us a timeline of the new port, operational hopefully in the next 3 to 4 years, along with the airport that's going to be coming up there. Third, Mumbai, which of course is your plan as far as creating the new engine of growth as far as the state of Maharashtra is concerned. What's the status check on that? How soon can we expect that to be a reality?
Yeah, of course, I think that's soon going to be a reality. You see, due to, our infrastructure deficit between 2000 and 2014, we lost a lot of IT revolution to cities like Bangalore, cities like Hyderabad, because, Mumbai being an island city, there is huge land constraint and the rentals went shoot up. They went up so high that it was unaffordable for tech companies to locate themselves in Mumbai. But now with our infrastructure push, actually we have connected the new Mumbai to Mumbai with Atal Setu, 22 kilometers sea bridge, and the entire hinterland which we have connected. Now we are creating a third Mumbai between, this Atal Setu, JNPT port and the new airport. And this will be 3 times bigger than the existing Mumbai. And it will be a sort of thematic city where we are actually building an Edu city. In the Edu city, we will be having 10 foreign universities located themselves, out of which 5 are in active dialogue with us. Actually, 5 have already applied. Since we have a non-disclosure agreement, I cannot disclose the names, but they've already...
Are they US-based, Europe-based?
Yes, US-based, Europe-based, yes, absolutely. I would say that these 5 universities are actually amongst first 100 universities of world. So we are creating a Edu city, we are creating a health city, we are creating a innovation city. Now this innovation city is a concept where we want to bring entire innovation ecosystem at one place. It's a actually 300-acre city where entire innovation will be hosted. And Mr. N. Chandrasekharan of Tata Sons, he has actually volunteered to create a framework around this city. And now we are actually actively talking to many stakeholders. And the moment I announced it, who's who from global community has contacted me and they have shown interest that they want to locate themselves in this city. So we are creating innovation city there. You see, New Mumbai and this third Mumbai is already the data center capital of India, because around 60% of our data center capacity is created in this New Mumbai. So I think that it will be a very exciting city where you'll see a lot of technology. And of course, the biggest benefit to this city is that, the rentals or the cost of, property is at least, 50% less than Mumbai. So it is affordable city. We lost all this IT revolution because of the rentals. Now, the entire real estate which is getting created there is affordable. And also we are creating a huge ecosystem for GCCs at this third city. And having said that, we are not stopping at the third Mumbai. Now we will be building fourth Mumbai around Vadhavan, because, you know, Vadhavan is one area where we are creating port, we are creating airport. The bullet train also stops at Vadhavan, and our coastal road, which now, you know, Bandra Versova we are creating, Versova to Bhayandar we are creating, Bhayandar to Uttan we are creating, from Uttan to Virar. So this entire western coast will be joined by the coastal road. So see the ecosystem which we are creating, that at one point there is a port, there is an airport, there is a bullet train station, and there is a road which is connected. And all this, the bullet train and this road, will bring you to Mumbai. Bullet train will bring you to BKC in 20-25 minutes, and this road will bring you to Mumbai in 40-45 minutes.
The question is, when will it bring us to BKC in 45 minutes?
See, that is also not very far, because, you see, unfortunately, sometimes politics is very cruel, and between 2020 and 2022, when there was some other government in Maharashtra, they actually literally scrapped the bullet train. But once we took over again, we started it afresh, and today I can tell you that every bit of work of bullet train is being taken up, and it's happening at a great pace. So let's say that by 2028, we'll be able to travel in the bullet train.
By 2028?
Yes, yes.
Is that a commitment and a guarantee?
Yeah. You see, from the Gujarat side, they are ahead of us, because there was a single government in Gujarat. There was, double engine government. So it never stopped. So Gujarat, they are quite ahead of us. We are lagging behind, but I think now we have actually taken the pace, and we'll be able to do it by 2028.
By 2028, we should see the bullet train being operationalized. That's a commitment here coming in from the Maharashtra Chief Minister, and that's going to be a big headline as well, Mr. Fadnavis. But you talked about losing out on the IT revolution because the land was not affordable, rentals were not affordable. Let me ask you this in the context of what we're seeing happen as far as other states are concerned. Your colleagues in the state of Andhra Pradesh are virtually giving away land for free. 99 paise, is what the deal has been done with TCS. Are you worried about things like that? Do you see those things as an opportunity?
No, I'm not worried, because Andhra Pradesh can have anything, but they cannot have Mumbai and Pune. You see, ultimately you need to have Mumbai. Mumbai is Mumbai. You cannot compete with Mumbai.
You can't compete with Mumbai. But, in order for all of this to be a reality, I think sustainability is also going to have to be key to the aspirations of growing the city, whether it's into 3 or 4 new cities as well. So from that perspective, Mr. Fadnavis, what will the state government be prioritizing to ensure that growth is sustainable?
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right, because, when we grow, the biggest concern is energy, because, one of the indicators of growth is how much energy do you consume. And today, we are somewhere around, the installed capacity in Maharashtra is somewhere around 46 gigawatt. And by 2030, it will be around 82 gigawatts. So almost double. We have already started working on that. But I must tell you that in this capacity addition, the addition will be mostly the green energy. See, today, our entire energy mix in Maharashtra is just 21% renewable, and rest all is, from fossils. But by 2030, our 52% energy will come from renewables. So there's a huge push on renewable. By next year, by the end of 2026, by December 2026, our entire agriculture demand, which is around 16 gigawatt, will come from solar. We have already started, it is India's biggest distributed solar scheme, which we have started, Mukhyamantri Saur Krishi Vahini, where around 3,000 feeders are being solarized, and already we have finished around 4,000 megawatt, and by end of 2026 it will be 16,000 megawatt. So we are giving huge push to solar, to wind, to also PSP, because of the Western Ghat we have a huge opportunity into pump storage. So we are doing pump storage. We are doing now. We are working around green hydrogen. So I think on sustainability, especially when you look at power, we are doing a good work. And along with that, the second biggest polluter is public transport. So now we are actually transforming entire our public transport into green. We are using CNG, we are using EV. The biggest order of EV to all the EV manufacturers has gone from the state of Maharashtra. Actually, right now we have a huge requirement, but the manufacturers are not able to provide our requirement. So we are actually totally transiting our entire public transport. And again, because of the EV revolution which is happening in our country, I think that by 2030, even the private cars and the two-wheelers will be mostly EV, because now a lot of push is being given to EV, and the costs are also coming down. So I think on sustainability, it is our focal area, and we are doing it.
Well, you're talking about the EV revolution, Mr. Fadnavis, so let me ask you, is Maharashtra going to be part of Elon Musk's plan for India?
That only Elon Musk can tell, but I hope we should be, and we'll always try, we'll always compete, we'll always be, at forefront to welcome them.
But, you talked about supply chain diversification, you talked about the manufacturing opportunities that also present themselves today. In light of that, electronic manufacturing, for instance, big potential area for India. We've already seen exports go up exponentially in the last 2 years. What role do you believe Maharashtra could potentially play in new areas like this, linking it back to the IMEC as well?
Yeah. You see, of course, if you look at the investments which have come into Maharashtra, whether it is Toyota, whether it is JSW, whether it is Ather, all the Mahindra, all those are into EV have actually come to Maharashtra. In fact, Maharashtra has become the EV capital, and basically with EV ecosystem and with our port capacity which we are creating, and with the entire seamless logistics plan which we have created, I think IMEC will be a game changer for us, for our EV plans, for our to become. Today we aspire to become the EV champions of India, but tomorrow we can aspire to become EV champions of this entire region, and that's what we are aiming at.
So what would you prioritize as far as the next steps are concerned? Many of the game-changing opportunities that you just spoke of, but in order of priority, what would the top 3 be?
No, I think, as I've already told you, that the priority will be, of course, advanced manufacturing is priority, EV is our priority, agri-tech is our priority. So I think there's a huge business opportunity which I can see because of this connected world, because of this connectivity, and all of us know that India once was very prosperous because of this route. This is an old route. It's not something which is reinvented. It's an old route. So I think that I am looking at the same prosperity. It's not just for India, but for all the participating countries. But India can be at the forefront. So in that endeavor, we want to be part of it. We want to lead it in India.
Well, Mr. Fadnavis, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for joining us here this morning.
Thank you so much.
Outlining for us the plans that you have for Maharashtra as being at the forefront of taking the IMEC future forward, and how you intend to be future ready for when IMEC is a reality. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, thank you very, very much for joining us here this morning.
Thank you so much, Shireen. Thank you, sir. That was amazing. So many interesting things that we heard. the future initiatives of the Maharashtra government, where IMEC stands with respect to Mumbai and Maharashtra. Ladies and gentlemen, may I please request you to settle down for 5 minutes. There's a very important and little session. It's not a speaking session, but there is the launch of something very important that I would request everybody to settle down for. It will take